Supergirl with a black wig. Look what? Now, originally, Supergirl in her civilian identity as Linda Lee, and eventually Linda Lee Danvers rocked a wig. One first with pigtails, and then later she got a different one. That was after she got adopted by the Danvers. New family, new wig. However, there is one early issue where her brunette wig is colored black, and they actually end up addressing it in a letter. The story is from Action Comics 255, from the year 1959. It's just a couple of issues after her debut in Action Comics 252. It's in the story Supergirl visits the 21st century, so you know she's not visiting the Legion. She's not going far enough. She'll meet them later. This is a story by Otto Binder with art by Jim Mooney. In it, the distinctly raven-haired Supergirl gets a note from her cousin Superman. He tells her that it's time for her to practice her time travel abilities with a jaunt through the time barrier. So she goes forward to the 21st century. She ends up seeing an interstellar orphanage that's about to be destroyed, and so she tries to save it. But she's also trying to stay hidden. Now, she does end up helping with a lot of different situations. However, she also gets assists from a boy who's in the orphanage, Tommy. Tommy has all these high-tech gadgets, and some of the times he's actually solving the problems before her. Supergirl really admires him from afar. It's a fun issue, shenanigans ensue, they fight a dragon, as one does, and by the end, Tommy learns that he's being adopted by a scientist. Supergirl is super invested by this point, and so when she sees that the ship is in peril, she ends up saving it, making sure they get to their destination safely. And when she gets back, she writes in her journal that this boy is going to be called Tommy Tomorrow. So really, this was a stealth Tommy Tomorrow story? Because Tommy Tomorrow had ongoing stories in World's Finest Comics at the time. He was the colonel of the Planeteers and was a science hero. He had debuted in 1947, so the late Golden Age. One could even place it maybe in the early Atomic and Real Fact Comics number 6. And all this story did was make me want to see more of Supergirl and Tommy Tomorrow in some kind of capacity. It's right there. She's the woman of tomorrow. He's Tommy Tomorrow. Let me have this. Make this happen in some capacity. And if it hasn't, I've missed it. Point me to it. Only slightly related side note. The new history of the DC Universe number 4, Loki confirms the Commandi Tommy Tomorrow link. Basically that they're the same person in different timelines. Now, as for the black hair, it is an error, and somebody wrote in about it, and so we have the letter and response. That one's from Action Comics 266, and it reads, "Dear editor, would you please explain why in the August issue of Action Comics Supergirl as Linda Lee has black hair, while previous stories show her with brown hair? Wouldn't someone at the orphanage detect this?" Response: this was an engraver's error. Linda's hair is of course brown. Hope it didn't spoil your enjoyment of the story. They just actually answered this time. No sass today. They could have given a whole woman change wigs, but they didn't. I like when they just own stuff. Also, yes, engraver, not colorist. Not this point. Colors were applied at the printer. As for the error, I don't hate the black pigtails. It's not all that notable, but what do you think of them? Or now are you just hung upon the idea of Supergirl and Tommy Tomorrow in some kind of capacity?